Before we go any further, I wanted to shout out our friend Frank, who got us into the happiest motherfucking place on earth, Disneyland last week. Oh my God, folks, I'm a Disney adult now. I've graduated from Disney child to Disney adult. My God, we did 14 rides in 14 hours. Got in about 26 to 27,000 steps, somewhere like that.
They didn't give you a golf cart, you know?
Oh, by the end, I needed one for sure.
Rivers needed one at the start. Rivers started walking like an old man.
When he got to the turnstile from the parking lot, just like, oh, shit.
No, I was enchanted, Sam. I was just wanting to take it all in.
Rivers needs Medicare, and he doesn't want to sign up for it because he's too proud.
I've got Medicare.
I've got a quick Disney question.
Yeah.
So Disneyland and Disney World, two separate places. Are they both the happiest place on Earth? And if so, how?
Oh, good question. I think the one of them is the happiest place in Florida, and the other is the happiest place on Earth because it's in a normal state.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, the other one you have to go to Swamp Hell World to go actually see. This one, it's like, oh, it's a normal temperature here sometimes. Great.
Right.
Yeah, that was one of the things I couldn't help but just think about because we were there obviously in February and it was crowded, but manageable.
Right.
All I could think about was the living hell that Disneyland must be in like July.
Yeah.
With the heat and the crowds, but when we went, man, it was just perfect. So shout out to our friend Frank for taking us around there and showing us what's up.
Did you get a shirt?
I didn't get a shirt.
Fuck.
How
is anybody going to know you went?
Yeah, I know. I was just...
There's some pictures, but yeah.
I got some pictures. We'll post them on the Discord, linktree.com/thegoodspot. Join the Discord. I'll put up some pics of everybody at Disneyland. We got a few up there already, actually, but including me getting, finally, the turkey leg. The gigantic mutated turkey leg that I've been thinking about since the year 2000.
How big of a leg are we talking here?
Hefty. I mean, we're talking...
Like, it had some real weight to it?
You've probably seen him before.
Yeah.
Rivers had to, like, wipe his hands off and then go to the bathroom, and then he could still barely get the grease all the way off.
So thick. So gelatinous and thick and just cling to you. Yeah, I tried to do the thing where I was like, oh, hand sanitizer and get it off, and that made it so much fucking worse. It just,
why is it burning now?
Yeah, exactly. So... But yeah, killer ass time at Disneyland. What was your favorite ride, Sam?
It's hard to pick a favorite.
Yeah.
You know, there's so
they're special
many good
in their
ones.
own ways.
Yeah, I mean, they're honestly very different.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the new Star Wars one is the most impressive. And it's impressive because you're not on a track. Yeah. You're in a car that I guess is propelled by magnets or in a computer.
It's like a hyperloop.
So you don't exactly know the direction you're going to go. Whereas if you're on a roller coaster, you can see the track and kind of anticipate it to some degree.
Right.
This you couldn't. And that was fun and it had some really good visuals. The Tiana's Bayou
Splash Mountain.
No, it's
former Splash Mountain.
Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yeah. Okay, what is that based on?
The Princess and the Toad or Frog or whatever.
It used to be Splash Mountain, but Splash Mountain was based on the controversial Song of the South. So when they redid it, they did it to the Princess and the Frog movie, which I've never seen, but it's...
Rivers still calls it Splash Mountain because guess why?
Because he's not some woke lefty.
That's right. That's right. If I don't say Splash Mountain, then the woke will get me.
That was fun. The Matterhorn was good. The Incredicoaster was great.
That was the last one.
We did the loop-de-loop on that one.
Cherry on top.
The other ones didn't have it.
No, but
which I was kind of surprised that they had less loop-de-loops than because I only have ever been to Six Flags. Which is now way less impressive.
Well, yeah, most of their roller coasters are first of all in like really tight spaces, which is always makes them a little bit more exciting, and plus half of them are in the dark, so to Sam's point, you can't really see what the fuck's about to happen to you. Like Space Mountain, for instance. But
that's the fun part of Space Mountain. Oh yeah, I also forgot that,
buddy.
You can't anticipate shit.
No,
you're fucked. Once you're in there, you're fucked.
As soon as you started to anticipate, they changed the rules on you. You know?
Yeah.
I was disappointed we couldn't do Indiana Jones.
Yeah, we missed that. We missed the Guardians of the Galaxy.
How many rides are there?
Probably, I mean, legit, probably 20, and we did 14 of the 20.
I think
like
there's
that.
more than that because we didn't get on the teacups or any of
the kiddie rides, mostly for the most part.
I wouldn't call.
You guys get motion sick or anything, or
no.
The rides aren't really. I feel like the rides aren't long enough, maybe for that, but I don't really get motion sick in general.
Yeah.
Do you?
I don't. My wife does. We went to Universal Studios and we did the Harry Potter one, and it's a lot of like screens inside, and like it legitimately fucked her up for like 3 days to the point where I was like, come on, are you faking it at this point?
Voldemort's got me.
Yeah. Like children go on this ride, but
I guess I hadn't been on a roller coaster in a long time, and I forgot that I am one of those. Just my natural reaction is just like. So I woke up the next day and my fucking voice was
okay. Let me correct it. It's not even it's him laughing as hard as he can at the same time as screaming. So he's screaming, genuinely having a great time. It's not like annoying or anything. You're like, damn, he is having the best time ever.
Fun. So fucking fun.
And then all the pictures, he's like gripped so fucking tight on the bar in front of him. It's so funny.
Oh yeah, I love it. I take a good on-ride photo. Every one of them, I'm just like,
yeah, that's what you want.
I didn't know the photo was being taken on one of them, and it's like my face is covered up by something.
Oh yeah, there's one where
bullshit. I missed out on one.
There's one where I'm screaming in terror and Carter is wiping his nose, but it kind of looks like he's yawning. He's got his fist over his face. And
Carter had a couple good ones too.
Yeah,
Carter had one where it looked like gravity was trying to separate his body from his head. Like it just caught him in a moment where his neck is like looks crazy long, because I think we were on the drop technically.
Oh yeah,
that's what's happening.
Yeah. The Tiana Bayou Adventure drop.
Trying to rip off Carter's head.
Yeah.
How many people get decapitated on that every year? It's like it's a high percentage.
Not
right?
zero.
Yeah.
Not certainly. I think when we did like a whole.
We heard a rumor or a truth about the Matterhorn. Some woman died on it.
But nobody's ever technically died there, is what they say, because they cart people right outside the park.
They shock your heart.
Well, I think they found her dead.
Oh God!
This is what we heard at the park.
Yeah,
she over the PA system.
Well, she like stood up or something and hit her head, and then the next
they tell you about it on the Country Bears ride. Well, gosh, folks, let me tell you the story about Stella McClintock. She jumped off the Matterhorn and popped her head right off. Yeah. No, I think we did an episode where we talked about deaths at Disneyland, and that you're right. That's one of those things with allegedly, if you die, they'll just keep shocking your heart. So technically your heart is still beating as they wheel you out of the park. So nobody can die on Disney property. They won't allow it.
That's just a lie.
I mean, you figure how many people like would just be like, well, I want to be the one person that does that and goes and kills themselves at Disney. Like, people would do that. You know?
Definitely.
I'm one of them. I'll fucking do it.
I was just gonna say that is one of the darkest thoughts I've heard recently, and who would even consider doing that? But I guess we know now.
Yeah. It's not even consider, plan.
Yeah. Well, apparently people do with some regularity like dump people's ashes out in like the Small World and Pirates of all the boat rides and stuff. So hey,
that's why you're not supposed to drink the water there.
Yeah,
you're just drinking bone char.
Right. But also it does add an extra level of horror to something like Splash Mountain, where you get totally soaked. You're like, oh God, I hope it wasn't today. I hope it wasn't, Aunt Ginny's fucking day to be spread.
If you guys had to pick where you could get your ashes spread, what's like the first thing that pops into your mind? Like,
I mean, something horrifying like Disneyland's not bad. Yeah. Especially if you make a big spectacle out of it.
Well, you're not allowed to.
Oh, I know that. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You're not really allowed to do it anywhere.
Yeah. I don't think
you're true. Here's the corpse. Here
Please
it
don't
is.
Throw these ashes over everybody.
Yeah.
I just realized. You guys want to hear the darkest story I could ever tell in the history of your life?
Of course.
All right. This is true. All right. My family is a family of tragedy, and this is one that illustrates that. My uncle dies of stomach cancer, okay? Starves to death. That's stomach cancer will do to you. So he's cremated, and his final wish is to have his ashes spread over the house that was built in our small town of Hanson, Massachusetts. This Victorian house. It stands out like, you see this house, like, what is this place doing in this small town? It's a beautiful place. He spent his whole life building it and perfecting it, and it was always a work in progress. It's almost like your, with that mystery house.
The Winchester Mystery House
like
in San Jose.
It's like, got those vibes. So he wants his ashes spread over that because my cousin, Scott, who is my age, is a pilot. So he can get in one of those single-engine planes, fly over, dump the ashes, and have it.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
So Scott gets in an airplane with his brother, my cousin, and they have their father's ashes. Airplane goes to take off. Engine malfunction. Plane crashes. Scott dies.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
My cousin paralyzed for life.
Wow.
All to spread the father's ashes. And Scott had just found out the day before that his wife was pregnant. So, yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I told you it was going to be dark.
No, that's holy shit.
Yeah. And he was 36, 37.
Whoa.
Spent his whole life, like he was in the military, flew Black Hawk helicopters.
So to answer your question, not out of a plane.
Yeah.
I don't want my ashes spread out of a plane.
So, yeah, somebody that you love will
A third party, please.
Yeah.
If we're gonna do that,
You're gonna have to hire them.
Yeah. Let's do the Hunter S. Thompson thing and just have them shot into the air or something.
But
Holy
yeah,
shit.
my brother called and told me that one. I was like, yeah, of course that happened. Like, why wouldn't it? Like, what are you talking about?
So wait, did they recover the ashes? Did they?
I mean, I'm sure they spilled. Yeah, I don't think anybody like took a credit card and like scraped it back into the thing.
Did anybody get the rest of the ashes to repeat the?
No, it's
I let that one go.
Yeah, so I didn't have any follow up questions. My aunt was too busy, wailing.
Yes, for sure.
Well,
yeah.
So what happened?
Holy shit. Oh my God.
But yeah, so transitioning off of that topic should be easy. Yeah.
Okay, let me go for a still dark but lighthearted one.
All right.
A comic, his cousin dies. I think of a fucking overdose, right? Gets the ashes, and for some reason at the funeral they had ashes and people could just take them.
Like a little baggie?
I don't know how they were doing it.
Party favor?
I think it was kind of like, you can go spread this. Or some people are freaks and keeping them in an urn.
I have a new answer to the original question. How do you want your ashes spread? I want to make myself other people's problems.
Well, that's all you're doing when you die. They have to deal with your fucking corpse. It becomes someone else's problem.
A dime bag of me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, figure it the fuck out.
But yeah, so comic takes them, but with the intent to do a giveaway at his comedy show that's coming up.
Yes,
where you have to you do a pick where you either pick a surprise gift, or I think it's 2 surprise. You have to pick between 2 surprise gifts, and one is a joke. So the joke is his cousin's ashes.
Okay, I was gonna hope that was the joke one, at least.
But before this happens, he got kind of drunk, and they were in a glass jar, and he kind of set down the jar a little too hard, and it had broken.
Oh, no.
So when he goes to pull out the cousin's ashes, it just goes all over the floor of this bar in fucking Thousand Oaks. And then they had to sweep up the ashes and just throw them in the fucking trash at this bar.
Oh my
nice
God.
lasting legacy.
It's one of the most memorable things I've ever seen at a comedy show.
I mean, that honestly was going to be my answer, is like something funny, like a pratfall is kind of the perfect way to do it. Although,
there is no funny way to do that, because then someone has to you can't pratfall yourself when you're dead in ashes.
Yeah, somebody else has your urn, you slip on a banana peel.
Yeah, again, making yourself someone else's problem. I don't think that's the way to do it.
Folks, if you want me to do something funny with your body, tweet at me, at Rivers Langley. I will be happy to be the master of ceremonies, the prankster, if you will, at your interment, your funeral. I will do something funny with your ashes.
Me and Bill got you on a Viking funeral. We'll do you up right.
Yeah, I'll start learning archery right now so I can fire that arrow.
Yes. And I'll do a goof 'em up with your body.
What would you do? What's your plan as of right now?
Like I said, pratfalls are good.
What do you mean by pratfall?
Like, you've got the thing and you're in a nice suit and you're like,
you'd have to do this at the funeral.
Right. You're walking towards the podium and then whoop, whoop, and then you slip on a banana peel and spill the ashes on yourself. And, maybe you've...
But by yourself, you mean like your loved one has to do that. Like yourself is being spilled on somebody else.
No, it's me. I'm pretending to be like a funeral director.
I see.
And then I'll follow my butt and be like, I pooped in my pants too. I'll say something very funny.
Yeah, that is good like that. You just thought of that?
Oh no. I made mud in my pants.
Yeah.
They'll crush.
I'm just covered in ashes. I've let loose with human soil.
So when we say funny for a funny thing, it means funny for one person and horrifying for everyone else at the funeral.
Traumatized children.
Yes, I mean that's that's what I would want.
Yeah,
and you need
character.
You need someone reliable who will carry out your final wishes to horrify your family.
Yeah. Your mom listens.
That's true.
So
that's true.
If she outlives you, we know what has to happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the other funny
we're
one
gonna make Harter do it. I'm not gonna do it.
The other funny one, of course, is if you're being buried and not cremated, to have someone the pallbearers intentionally drop you and then just be fully nude and just
coffin flop.
Your body fall out.
I want somebody to piss on my grave, and then when they fill up the dirt, dance on the grave.
Well, the person you hire, nobody in your family knows about this, and it's just like they have to do it.
No, it'll be Rivers.
Yeah.
If I die, this is the evidence. Rivers can piss on my coffin or body.
The other one that I think we covered this during COVID. Somebody did this have a guy come up to your grave when they're burying you and just start firing into the grave. That was hilarious. Do you remember that one?
No.
There was a funeral for some gang guy in Chicago, and during the funeral, a rival gang pulled up and began firing into the grave. I was like, that is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Why not?
That's a badass way to go. My ops are here.
Look, it's responsible for a lot of reasons because so many people have been buried alive. You're just making sure that's not a medical problem. I'm sure he had a string tied to his toe that could ring a bell, but now he's
and it's not murder.
No,
technically,
the guy was already dead. That's double jeopardy. You can't get charged with killing him twice.
I think that's the most badass way to go. Have your rival show up and just begin firing into your open grave.
Yeah, you got to make a real rival though. That would be the thing.
No, that's what I'll do. I mean, I can offer. I'm offering a wide array of. I'll dress up like a gang guy.
Yeah.
I'll dress up like Al Capone. Just roll up with a Tommy gun and begin firing it into your grave and going, see?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just chomping on a cigar.
Yeah, just go straight Edward G. Robinson on your ass. Why not?
I didn't realize he was involved in organized crime in the 1920s. What the hell happened?
Isn't that crazy? Just hit me up if you want this to happen. I will do it. I will do funny things at your funeral.
Yeah. That's a good service you've provided. It's
great. And
you'll do it for free.
Yeah.
Plane ticket and a per diem.
Okay, so this is a service you pay for.
Hey, this is bottom basement. You know what I'm saying? This is the least you can do.
And are you gonna book a comedy show while you're there too?
Of course, during the funeral.
Yeah. You should pitch the comedy show right after you get up from the ground.
Handing out business cards, folks. Tonight,
I know this has gone bad, but we could use an uplifting moment.
After the funeral, I'm giving you 10% off your ticket price at
Magoobers
Possum Fuck Comedy
It is a
Club.
2-drink minimum. It is a 2-drink minimum. Sorry, $18 for a lemonade.
But you get a free app with this coupon. A free app.
It's a free app you download on your phone. It's more advertisement for my comedy.
Yes.